Wow.
Welcome to this live stream for The Shift. We are so excited to be here. That's the first time you've seen that trailer.
Give or take, yeah. I don't know if I should admit that. That was great.
Give me your reaction. Thoughts?
I loved it. I think like we were talking earlier, the music just really sets such a tone and the emotional value that comes with it, and everyone's top notch. I'm just really excited for you all to see it, and that was a great trailer.
It's so good. We are so excited to be here. I'm Jordan Harmon, president of Angel Studios. Obviously, everybody knows the famous Paras Patel. He has done so much, obviously, for The Chosen. As Matthew.
I didn't pay him for this, but yeah, I may have paid him.
Maybe just a little bit. No, but he's done so much for The Chosen, but obviously he plays an incredible character in this film called The Shift, which is a retelling of the story of Job, but in a sci-fi world where this wonderful man, Kevin, is searching after the love of his life after he's been shifted into a different universe. And so he ends up being a huge part of this story, a catalyst for this story, to be honest. Paras' performance is, man, it's just, I'm very, very excited. So we've got a ton today. We've got a ton for this live stream. We're so excited you guys are all here. We're so excited to have Paras here. You can go get tickets right now for The Shift at angel.com/The Shift. And there are already theaters across the nation selling out. And they're adding showtimes and they're adding locations every day right now, which is super exciting because you guys are showing so much demand. It's critical that in these early weeks before the launch of these Angel films, that people show up and buy pre-sales because it signals to the movie chains and the movie theaters, hey, there's so much demand here, there's so much excitement here, and so they'll give us bigger auditoriums and they'll give us more locations. So like we've done with His Only Son and Sound of Freedom and After Death, where we've just broken record after record after record, we are so excited for you guys to experience Angel's first original film, which is The Shift. So anyway,
round of applause for that.
That was a mouthful. But today, you get the opportunity to get a very unique gift potentially. Okay, so obviously we're wearing these wonderful shirts. There's the empty tomb, which is a symbol of hope. It's a symbol of Christ's resurrection. For you, when you saw this symbol, Paras, like what did it obviously signify for you? I mean, the hope, but like, what was your thoughts on the symbol and what it meant to the film and the project?
So when I saw it as the character. So I was playing Rajit, and I was I was tasked with having to draw this in a scene, a very very pivotal scene between Christopher Palaha and I. And I just remember just the words that go on with the scene are very inspiring. And I think just as people in general, we can all do a little more with some hope and some faith and some love, and that's what this drawing resembles to me. And a 3-year-old can draw it, but Paras can't because I struggled with it. But you take some L's along the way.
No, he did great.
Yeah.
I mean, the nice part about this symbol, at least for me, is when I've watched The Shift, and I've watched it multiple times now. I actually just watched the one that everybody's going to see in theaters just recently. But we're living in a world where there's a lot of discouragement and depression and people that are struggling. Some even say it's like we're in the silent depression where inflation's going through the roof.
Right.
People can't keep up with, even the basic bills.
Yeah.
And so I really believe this film kind of has, to an extent, an impact like, you don't want to speak something before it actually happens. But for me, it's had a similar impact as one of my favorite films of all time, which is It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah. We've talked about this.
It's such a good film. And it's one that I watch every year, but with every year, I go through different experiences.
Yeah.
And those experiences cause me to go, oh my goodness, this has more meaning to me this time than it did the last time, which is crazy to say because, usually you get bored with a film or whatnot, but at least that's my experience.
Yeah, I think, a project is good when you see it multiple times and you get something different each time, right?
Yes.
And I think repeat value is so important because you never know what kind of lesson you'll receive when you watch it. Because like life, we go through things differently on a different daily basis, and you never know what message can speak to you. And I think that's what's important just with this film and Rajit's character, because he symbolizes hope, and he doesn't have a lot. And you see this man that's just kind, generous, and just
constant optimist.
Yeah, and he's willing to see the good in others, which is something we all need to apply. And I love that he's attached to this moment in the film with hope.
Absolutely. So. You guys can actually get this shirt right now. You can go to the Angel store and you can actually buy this shirt. And angel.com/he lives, that has the symbol of hope.
Don't mind the model.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, but this shirt is one that I personally it's one of those things where, you know, kind of like Dallas talks about a lot of times with the Chosen merchandise and gifts, is that it causes conversations.
Yeah. You're a walking billboard, and I think everyone wants to be a walking billboard.
They're
right?
like, hey, this is what is meaningful to me.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, you can go check that out right now at shop.angel.com and get this shirt. Wear it to the theaters. Wear it proud. It's an incredible symbol of hope. It is, again, the empty tomb. It's the symbol of Christ's resurrection. Obviously, you know, we've had the beautiful symbol of the cross for so many years. It is the symbol of his death and his crucifixion. But this is such a wonderful part of this story, but also a part of, I think, all of our lives in a meaningful way. So you can go to angel.com/shift and get your tickets right now.
It comes in blue.
It does. Also. Oh, that's right. It comes in blue. Matter of fact, I wish I would wear the blue one. I think I look better. Well, maybe I just look better.
Well, it's the holiday time. It's holiday season, my friend.
Get green and red.
We
okay,
gotta look
there
like
we
Christmas
go.
trees here.
That's right.
No, but just going back to your conversation about T-shirts, I think the impact it can have just in sparking a conversation is so important, especially, you know, in our age, in our world right now. And I think just wearing something like this, you never know who will need to see that message, especially if you're like on a bus or just walking, right?
I literally
cool.
had one of those things the other day where I was in a grocery store and I could tell that these people were struggling. And it was just something simple where, you know, he was looking at the ice cream. And he was like, and his wife's like,
was it me?
No, it was Paras was just looking at the
ice cream.
And he was looking at the ice cream, and you could tell, and his wife came up to him and she goes, you know, babe, that's not in the budget. And I was just like, no, that's not. And so I went up and I was, you know, obviously it's not that much, but I was like, hey, pick out some ice cream. Like I got it this time. But it was one of those things where it's like, if you can wear this and allow people to see this without you even saying anything, it still has that same reminder of that there is hope. There is hope in this life, and people. That's Angel's mission, is to tell stories that amplify light, and one of those principles is hope.
Yeah.
So we have, again, a lot to go over today during this live stream. You can, please ask your questions. We're obviously going to be taking those questions as they come in. So comment, like, subscribe, but ask any questions you have for Paras or myself about the shift or anything we're doing. We'll tell you if we can. There's some things we obviously can't say. How does the shift end? Well, we're not telling you that.
Well, just wait till December 1st and find out for yourself.
That's right. Yeah. So, but make sure you comment your questions right now. We'll get to those. And we're going to have some questions for Paras during this live stream. But also during this live stream, we have a really special surprise. So over here, we have the empty tomb necklace. And like the shirt, it has this symbol of hope. We have specifically the sterling silver small version. And for every fifth person who purchases during this live stream, you will get Paras. Your name will pop up on the screen, and Paras himself is going to sign your empty tomb necklace box. And so this is a beautiful symbol of hope that's actually inside the movie The Shift. Liz, her character wears this.
Yeah. This is really cool, by the way.
Beautiful.
And it comes with a free ticket.
Yes.
Do they know that?
I forgot to say that.
Oh, sorry.
That's so true. So in here,
my bad,
you can totally say that. I just forgot.
That's awesome.
So inside here, obviously, you've got your beautiful necklace here, sterling silver, the small version. But then in here, it says, claim your free movie ticket. And you have 2 free movie tickets with every purchase of
this one's a nice message from the director Brock, which is kind of what it means to him.
You want to read that?
So it says, the cross. It's such a powerful symbol. I wondered, what other symbol could there be for Christ? From that simple question came an image. 2 circles, one opened, one closed. The empty tomb and the great rolled away stone side by side. Together, they looked very much like an infinity symbol. It is a subtle yet elegant expression of faith that speaks profoundly to the hearts of all Christians. Brock Heasley.
I love that.
Very cool.
Love that. So we just heard just now that we are launching for this group alone our Black Friday deal on the empty tomb necklaces. So you can get 25% off, which also gives you 2 free tickets to The Shift this December 1st. But for every 5th purchase of the sterling silver small version, we're going to pull up the name, and our dear friend Paras is actually going to sign and dedicate that necklace to you. So that is super, super exciting. While we're going through this and doing this, I am going to ask a few questions, and as those names start popping up, we'll start signing these things. So, here's the first question. It says, you play Matthew in The Chosen. Obviously, you do an exceptional job. I think that character has resonated with both people who have, or maybe are on the spectrum, but also just like, for me personally, I just see Matthew as someone who his sometimes being able to see a character's flaws so clearly allow them to feel much more personal. Yeah. At least for me, because I know what my flaws are, and I see them very clearly, and so I'm really grateful for that character. So, what's been different about playing Rajit? What's been similar? What did you learn playing this character?
Oh wow,
that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Let's start with just what's been different about playing this character in The Shift.
Well, aside from the time period, which is very different.
Aside from being in a dystopian
universe. A very dark universe, with hope in it. That's a difference, I would say. The other one that I believe Rajit is very resilient. He's street smart in a way, which my friend Matthew isn't quite street smart.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. But Matthew's very his intellect speaks volumes of him, and I'm sure absolutely. Rajit can't write as well as Matthew, and so they're different in that way. But what's very similar that they both have is this core family value. I think those of you that are caught up on The Chosen have seen what family essentially does to someone, or the lack thereof, and in seeing spoiler alert, the reunion last season really changed Matthew, made him even more confident, and those are two ingredients you see that are very similar with Rajit. He's very dedicated to his family, and he'll do whatever it takes to make sure his daughters are fed. And you see him at a very low where he meets Kevin, and their friendship, their bond, however they work together in this story that I'll let you watch when it comes out, is kind of what drives the story.
It does. It really does. It is a key element of the main character's story, but also just the story of hope in general.
Yeah, and something that I like to say that's very similar is that in The Chosen with Matthew, he often serves as the vessel, so the audience in the scene, and I see that with Rajit in this, of like the audience gets to see how someone should kind of be when they're not in the best of situations, or the kind of hope and resilience they should carry. So I also feel like in a way he's the vessel for the audience in this film.
That is a really good way of describing it. I love that. I hadn't thought about that. What were your initial thoughts and impressions, once you had joined the cast of The Shift and you'd kind of met, obviously, Chris, and it's such a great cast. Chris, Sean, Neal, Liz, incredible cast. What were your thoughts of joining that group?
I was just happy to just be considered. I'm always grateful for whatever work comes my way, and if someone shows interest, it always kind of makes me feel humbled and grateful and motivated to kind of do a good job. And first and foremost, I always want to make sure I can do a good job playing the character. So I was very interested in the character and the story. And I just, knowing that my friends, my buddies, Liz and Jordan were also going to be in it, just kind of made it easier. What made me nervous is kind of working outside of our little chosen unit.
Yes.
So I had never met Christopher before, and even Jordan Alexandra, who plays my wife Priya in the movie.
But your chemistry was awesome, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if that was just like right as you guys met, but it was just like, at least in the way it plays in the film. I won't give it away, but I mean, you guys.
It was kind of nerve-wracking, man, because I came in the night before I had to shoot, and she came a day earlier from London, and it's like we went straight into like, sometimes the director will just put you in like the biggest meat of the scene first, and that was kind of what we did with the movie. And so I didn't really have time, or if I felt like I didn't have time to prepare or create the relationship, but then just talking to Jordan was just so cool, and she's awesome, and she's just so talented, and we got along, and we only filmed for 2 days. Can you believe that?
Oh, really?
And so it was immediate. I got in, she had 2 days of work, and then she was out.
I had no idea
and then
it was
I
that
carried
fast.
on with the rest of the
awesome.
scene. So just to show that kind of lived life of what the Nadirs have been through, and convincingly do that, it's just a lot of work, and it made me happy to hear people's remarks, those that have seen the movie.
Yeah, no, it's
and
wonderful. Have you seen the film yet?
I've seen the first 23 minutes.
That's true. That's actually
which-
our fault, not his. We like let him sneak the first 23 minutes before like a photo shoot.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Are you kidding me?"
No, it's I was sharing this with Brad Reese. I've never been so sucked in immediately into a story, and I just think the chemistry with Christopher and Elizabeth Tabish goes. It's just you're just like involved right away, and you just want to see what happens and the journey that ensues in the rest of the film. So
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to watching the rest of it if they'll let me.
I don't know. Maybe not.
maybe if I can get some of these sold, they will let me watch
We'll
this.
watch it after that. We got a question. It sounds like from the audience. Let's pull that up. It says, "Where, Joni, thank you for being an Angel Guild member.
Yes.
First of all, thank you so much.
Hi, Joni.
Where do you go to buy the necklace from here? Oh, perfect. Yeah. So go to shop.angel.com. Is that right? Or angel.com/he lives. That's even easier. Angel.com/he lives. And you will see all the He Loves merchandise, both the necklaces, there's the shirts on there, everything that you want to grab. And then during this live stream, sterling silver. You can go and get the sterling silver smaller version. And for every 5th order, Paras will actually be signing the box on those actual orders in real time here. So that will be awesome. So anyway, thank you so much for that great question. Apologize for not getting it to you correctly. So angel.com/he lives. So how was it working along? Well, I guess you kind of already answered this. It talks about Jordan again, but I really want to. You've answered the part about Jordan. You and Chris had a unique relationship on this film, though.
Yeah.
As well. Talk to me about that.
It's like I said, it's always nerve-wracking when you're going on to a new project because you're expecting this kind of familiarity, and it feels like back to school. So it kind of gives me, I don't know about you, but I get anxious with that. So that's kind of how a new project feels. But I feel like it's good butterflies, right? But you never know how it's going to be or how the tone is going to be set. And so just meeting Christopher and we kind of immediately got along really well. And we had great conversations on and off set. And like he genuinely became a friend to me.
I was going to say he loves spending time with you.
Yeah, we spent so much time together. Like the guy has lived so much life, and I've learned so much from him. Even just watching him in a scene and just like hearing stories. Like we were just hanging out for a while.
Our first
Raymond
winner,
Ward.
Raymond Ward,
Nice.
The 5th empty tomb necklace sold. Again, if you go to angel.com/he lives, real time, he's pulling out a box right now. Raymond Ward, he's going to sign your necklace right now with his signature and your name on there. Raymond Ward, thank you so much for your support for this incredible film and also what this means for the world. So Raymond, thank you. Thank you so much. Go to angel.com/he lives. You can, for every 5th purchase, Paras will be signing these real time. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful project that is blessing not just our lives at Angel. The people who have watched the early screeners have given us such glowing reviews. And it's because of the performance of these guys. These guys have done such an incredible job with Brock Heasley at creating this retelling of the story of Job. A very, very, very powerful retelling of the story of Job. So, who breaks character the most on set of the show?
I'm notorious for doing that
on The Chosen.
On this
who breaks
set,
it the most?
I think it's split, but I feel like I do it a lot because the smallest things can capture my attention. I think on this,
a butterfly.
Yeah, that's very Matthew-esque if you ask me. He's very like, oh yeah. But on this, I don't know if anyone broke character. I think it was, for me, it felt like such a fast-paced shoot because I had a week of work, but it was spread over 2 weeks. But it was just like kind of you need to get the just get it going.
Talk to me about the difference between shooting on a TV series versus a film. I mean, TV series, you're shooting an entire season.
Yeah.
And
if you're lucky, you're shooting in order too.
Yeah,
and all over the place.
And with a film, a lot of times you get a little more time. To do something over and over and over. Versus like, hey, we got it, go. Yeah. Talk to me about that.
The shoot window is smaller on a film, but it's not as much. I guess I would say
material.
Volume. Material in that way. But then there's also there's certain scenes that you have to do in a given day, otherwise you're gonna and certain things out of your hands can happen and pop up and delay time. But I just thought of a good one. Yeah, it's not Brake's character, but it's like a blooper. It's the scene that you see a bit in the trailer. It's where can you cut me off if I'm giving a spoiler?
I'll cut you off again.
It's the scene where Kevin, Rajit and Kevin share a meal with his family.
Oh yeah, yes.
And so
yep. You're building that relationship. You broke character in that one?
Well, because I don't know if you all have tried it, but have you ever tried to balance glass plateware silently? If not, try it right now. That caused all of us to break character. Yeah, and so during the first take, we all did it. So it's Jordan plays Priya, myself who plays Rajit, and then Christopher who plays Kevin. We're all doing the scene where we're eating a meal. The first take, none of us grabbed the silverware or anything. And so Brock was like, you guys might want to act like you're eating. And so that was our first take. And then we all got like brave and our courage kind of went up a little bit. So I dabbled with it, but then all of a sudden it just went the little crack. So I would just like slowly put it away. It's like the Friends episode
that's right.
where she's like trying to balance. Yeah. So then I think what we worked on was like maybe we just showed like the end of dinner happening. But let me just tell you about the food as well, because that was also it was like
gross?
Yeah, it smelled like cat food that's been in the heat and then microwaved and then reheated.
Food.
And it's the and it's like this is what they would eat in it was like space astronaut food, right? Like dried food, and then not the cat thing. It was just disgusting. It was this intense flavor, but then if you're filming for like 12 hours a day.
It's method acting.
Right, but it's not method acting. The smell was unreal. And that caused me to break character a few times because it was an experience. But so if there's any lesson from the good times of this film, it's those memories. It's oftentimes awesome. Those bloopers that kind of ties together. Mark Grider.
Another necklace, a fifth. Every 5 empty tomb necklaces, Paras will be signing and dedicating to that person. So Mark, I hope we pronounced your name right, Grider. Thank you so much. We're so grateful. That is helping get this film out into the world in a meaningful way, but it's also spreading this hope of this symbol, the empty tomb. So again, Paras will be signing these real time and we'll be shipping out to you, but thank you so much for your support. So go to angel.com/helives. You can get the empty tomb necklaces, and tickets are already selling out for this film that's coming out on December 1st. There's another one. Jean Reeves. I'm so sorry if we pronounced it. I doubt it's Jean, but it's probably Jean.
Yeah.
Jean.
We should vote. I say Jean.
Okay, I would go Jean.
Okay.
Go Jean.
All right.
Go Jean.
Thank you, Jean. Appreciate it.
We should vote. If we just voted on your name being wrong, then I apologize.
Then blame Angel.
Oh man. Okay. So go to angel.com/helives, or you can go to angel.com/theshift, and you can get your you can get tickets right now. They are selling out across the nation. We are so grateful for the massive support we're seeing for this incredible film. Again, it's this retelling of the story of Joe, but in a sci-fi setting, and it's so beautiful. It goes to a dark place in terms of how deep it goes, but it also just there's so much truth in it.
But that's where you have to go to see the light.
That's
right?
exactly right.
So that's
it brings you out when you actually feel that, and that's one of the big parts of Paras' character is he's that symbol of hope throughout the movie.
Yeah, I mean Rajit is this earnest guy, and he doesn't have anything. He barely gets by, day to day. He's eating. What's the equivalent to, I would say, cat food. An interesting thing, and this was Jordan Alexander's idea of our wedding bands.
Not my idea.
We made them.
Jordan
Alexander plays Priya, for our wedding band, she had this incredible idea of like, if we're this poor, we're gonna sell our jewelry for money, right? So we took wiring. From the prop master had it, and we made that our wedding band. That's
what you guys were wearing.
Yeah, so it was just like
that's
how well
egg.
thought of. So look out for that if you see it. But it's just so well thought out, in terms of just how we played our characters, but also just with the movie and script. So I think a lot of people can relate to it.
Oh my goodness!
And there we go.
Terry Hayden. Thank you so much.
Terry.
Thank you. So Paras is dedicating his real time. Angel.com/helives. Not only do you get this incredible sterling silver necklace, which is absolutely beautiful, in here there is the ability to scan this and get 2 free tickets to the shift.
Deborah.
Deborah
Little.
Oh, thank
sorry,
you so
I'm beating
much.
you.
You do it.
I get really excited.
Just keep going.
It makes me excited.
And it's this beautiful symbol that in The Shift, the movie, they're coming out on December 1st. You can go to angel.com/The Shift and get your tickets. In this movie, this is a symbol throughout the movie. It's kind of a symbol, really, of Pars's character, but also of the theme of the movie. And Kevin gives this to his wife, Molly, the main characters, as because they went through some very difficult things I won't talk about right now, but it was extremely difficult for them. And so, again, go to angel.com/Pamela, thank you so much.
Thank you, Pamela.
You are awesome. We are so grateful for your support of this incredible film.
You know, another thing I want to talk about that I know sometimes it's hard to see things that are dark and, maybe stomach to watch, but I just encourage people to lean into it because you never know, like I said, you never know when you can use that message.
Exactly.
And I know a lot of people get discouraged by things like that, but I think at the end of the day, just seeing a story and seeing what works out and how it's told can really help you, especially in your own way.
Steve Jobs said that the most powerful person on earth is the storyteller.
Yeah.
And it's because that's what shapes culture and our hearts. And so, there's been many times that stories have influenced my, decisions and the things that I do. And that's for better or for worse. I mean, when you look at Hollywood, there's a lot of stories coming out of Hollywood that are just, they don't reflect the values that, a lot of us see for our families and for what we want. And so going and supporting movies like The Shift on December 1st tells the world that stories like this matter, that they're so important. You can go to angel.com/shift and get your tickets. Tickets are selling out all over the nation. And this film, it's one of those films where I was saying earlier that to me, it has the rewatch value of It's a Wonderful Life because it just, every time I watch it, I see something new based on the experience that I'm living in my life, which is so powerful.
I'm gonna apologize. I'm about to ruin this thing. This selling the necklaces. Can someone remind me who the last person was?
Bring up the last person.
I don't know if I got the name right. This is what happens when
Pamela
you bring
something. Right?
Okay, then
Pamela.
I got it. We're
We're
good to go.
Pamela,
there we go.
Thank you. We got
Pamela,
you.
thank
Don't worry.
you. Yes.
And that's how much he cares.
That was my bad.
I
totally lost myself in that.
I'm like talking, and I was like,
I just messed that up. Yeah, that's all. Anyway, all right. Back to the scheduled program.
Yes, there we go. Okay, so here's an off the cuff. What was your go-to snack on set? What was like?
It would be the futuristic candy bar called The Shift. Yeah. Honestly, I'm a seafood kind of guy. Whatever food I see, I go for it. And coffee. And
it's the only reason I even go visit sets. I'd like go visit the Chosen set.
It's for the crafty.
I'm like, I'm going to crafty.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go sit here, munch on these snacks.
The crafty was great.
I love watching these guys performing their art. They're incredible. We have a question. Let's throw it up here just for a sec. Johnny, thank you for being a guild member and supporting us. Anybody who's watching this, members of the guild are the people who actually get to decide what becomes the next Angel project. So they were the ones who came in and basically said, we want the Shift to exist. So Johnny says, is there other sci-fi films you would compare the Shift to? Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good question. I'm going to let you answer that.
I have one that I've thought of multiple times, and it's not because the material's at all similar, or even the story.
Yeah.
It's because the Shift has it's very surprising. The Shift's very surprising. So I would go with Inception.
Oh,
Inception
that's a good one.
All the way to the end, you're like,
what's going to happen? Yeah. No, that's actually...
And so there is an element of that with the Shift where it's like you if you think you know what's going to happen in the Shift, you're wrong.
Yeah.
So
no, I think that's what I've been reading, just because I've only seen 23 minutes of the film. But the people that did make it were like, you're not going to expect the end.
Oh, man, it's so
that's
good.
what's exciting.
So go to angel.com/The Shift. You can get your tickets right now. During this live stream, we've actually launched the Black Friday deal early for this group, so you can actually get 25% off of these shirts, or maybe it's just the necklace, but I believe both. And the necklace allows you to every fifth purchase of the sterling silver small necklaces, Paras is signing those right here at the desk with us. I will make sure he signs it. No, actually,
I can't go home without signing it.
He's gonna have arthritis by the end of this, so we're so grateful. But here we go. We got another one.
Kelly Felton. There you go.
Awesome. Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kelly.
We are so grateful. Keep the comments and the questions coming. Pipe them into the feed, and whether you're on the Angel app, on YouTube, on Facebook, comment and let us know your questions about the shift and Paras and what we're doing.
I want to hear what you guys have to say.
Another one just popped up.
Christy.
Yeah, you got to start saying faster.
I have to tell you guys this story about drawing because it goes hand in hand with my writing.
Okay.
Because I can't keep up.
After that, you also need to tell a story about Cut 15.
Ooh.
Okay. You guys will hear it in a sec, but I'll let him tell that story.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's a good story, right?
So in the movie, ironically, Paras' character does a little bit of drawing. I mean, this symbol, the empty tomb symbol that we're wearing on our shirts around, this hope. Tell the story.
Yeah, Rajit is impacted in this moment so much so that he takes a piece of paper from his daughter and draws it. So he can remember it and kind of use it as something to just as a remember.
He's also the character that, like, how every character has a story arc, and Rajit has his story arc as well. So it's not that there's no story arc, but he is to me the quintessential, like, he always has this hope through the film. Like, he just strives for that no matter how difficult things get.
And honestly, like, I struggle with that sometimes too. So to play someone that just doesn't, he'll never refuse to see the bad in anything, but will always try his best, because it's not only about him, it's about his family. I think that's such a strong value to have. He's got such a great moral compass. But anyway, so this symbol, Rajit had to draw, but what people don't know is that Paras can't draw. And then, when you have this like time commitment of filming a scene, it's kind of like the dinner scene where you don't want to make too much noise or take too much time. And so I just remember I had to draw it in the moment. And I remember that it was just like my hand just started shaking in the scene, and I'm like trying to draw it. And what came out was, instead of like, two circles, it came out as like one oval and one circle. And then Brock was
we
fixed
it in post.
Yeah, no. So Brock was like, just make it look as much as possible to this. And they had this nice prototype. And I was like, why not just give me that and I can just trace it and just color over it? So that didn't work. So of course I tried my best. And then at the end of the day, they did an insert. They did an insert of it that looked like exactly what it needed to look like.
No, but even maybe ice.
Anyway, I'd love to say I drew this, but I didn't.
Anyway,
drawing's not my.
This symbol is part of Rajit's character, and it's a really meaningful part. We've got a few questions. Let's pop those up and go through these. You go to angel.com/theshift and get your tickets for December 1st for this incredible retelling of the story of Job in a sci-fi setting. And this man is searching around the multiverse to find his wife. So Arlene says, any other kind of movies would you like to do? If so, what kind of character would you like to play? That's definitely for you.
Arlene, thanks for joining us. I really love this question. There are so many different kinds of movies that I want to do and characters I want to play. As an actor, I'm very character driven, so if the character interests me, then I'm already in it, and I want to be a part of it. As far as movies go, I kind of have a bucket list of just different things I want to try. One of them is I would love to play a romantic lead.
There you go.
Like a rom-com.
I love that.
I would love to be Aladdin. I know that train might have gone away, but
you would have been. Your
I would have killed as
you would have been amazing.
Yeah. Thanks for humbling me. But it's all about story, and I think that's why lately in the decisions I've made as an actor and being in the shift and in The Chosen and other things that might come down the line is because of taking
wink, wink, nod, nod,
believing in that.
Par's got a lot. He's got a lot going on. So let's get another. We've got Cade Solomon. Thank you so much for your support. Every fifth Empty Tomb Sterling Silver necklace, the small version. We will be having Paras sign that here real time. We've got a small stack here. This is only while supplies last. But you go to angel.com/he-lives, and inside of this, not only is it the necklace, but there are 2 free tickets you can scan.
We just got
to the code. Jeremy Hunt. Oops. Pull up another one. Did we
thanks,
miss
Jeremy?
One? Jeremy, thank you so much. We are so grateful for your support. That is awesome.
Thanks.
But again, this symbol is a symbol of hope, and right now we have our Black Friday deal going on for this necklace. So you can actually get 25% off during this live stream. This is early access to that. We are just releasing this during this live stream. But you can also go to angel.com/the shift and get tickets right now. There are tickets selling out all over the entire nation. It was so cool. Today I actually went through and just looked at a bunch of
Don't mind me, I'm
times.
gonna be Matthew and organize this.
Oh, that's great.
We're losing space. Yeah. This is what it's like to bring me on the live stream. Anyway,
We and for the live stream team, we also need to make sure that we go back through these and that we can legibly read who was who, so that we don't ship them the wrong one.
Oh man, I tried.
No, I can totally read it. That totally says Pamela. Pamela, thanks again.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
We've got this.
All right.
So another question: is it too dark for kids? Okay, that's a really
I know
good question.
Judy Bennett.
Judy,
Hi, Judy.
Hey, well, good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it too dark for kids? Well, I mean, my thought has always been with any Angel project, obviously our mission is to tell stories that amplify light. So whether you watch, The Chosen or The Shift or any project that we've been a part of, there are heavy material items in there. Like Sound of Freedom was not an easy movie to watch. Mm-hmm. It's about child trafficking, but it is an important story. I fully anticipate The Shift to be PG-13. I don't see any way it's not PG-13. That being said, don't let Angel or the rating system be the parent.
Yeah.
Right? You guys, if you want to go watch it first with maybe some of your older teenagers or your teenagers, and then you feel comfortable bringing your kids, you can always come back and watch it with your kids.
Yeah.
But it depends on the kid. It really does. But it goes into some things that there's some scary parts and there's some parts that are a little intense.
Yeah. There's but I like what you said. Like err at the side of caution about how you feel personally within But I don't know.
I think my oldest
I just want
daughter,
people to see it just because I feel like the whole overall. I don't know if
that's
like
true.
I
don't
understand
think,
with kids.
It's going to be a conversation starter for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be one of those films where the younger generation is going to feel a spark.
Right.
Where they're like, oh my goodness, this is not like any retelling of the story of Job I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Not only do there are not that many retellings of the story of Job, but that being said, this is a story that's going to have immense intrigue. It's suspenseful. It's action driven. It has romance, incredible romance. The chemistry between Kevin and Liz Elizabeth Tabish is I guess Chris Palaha and Elizabeth Tabish is amazing.
Yeah.
Their characters are Kevin and Molly, and so they are going and looking for each other across the multiverse. It's a beautiful, beautiful story. You can go to angel.com/the shift and get your tickets right now. They are selling out across the nation. We are so grateful for all the support we've been getting. It is remarkable to see. This is a film you're not going to want to miss. And it's important that you watch and get your tickets now because it tells the theater chains how important movies like this are to the world and how much demand there is for these films. Because when you look at any one of Angel's projects for the last year, all opening weekend's been sold out. And so that is what causes them to open bigger auditoriums and more locations and more showtimes. And so make sure that you get there today. Get your tickets now. And don't wait until opening week.
And just like you were saying, I think with more demand, they put you in better screens.
Yes, the bigger ones.
Yeah, and so just with this, it just deserves to be seen on a bigger screen because not only is the background scoring and just what Dan and Matt have done, and that elevates the film, but I think it needs to be seen on a bigger screen. In fact, I got a message from someone today that said this needs to be watched on a bigger screen. So,
exactly. For those who don't know, talk about who Dan and Matt are.
So Dan Hazeltine and Matt Nelson are, I know them as the talented composers from The Chosen, but their talents have been gifted on The Shift.
Yes.
Shifted for the gifted, gifted for the shifted. Yeah.
I love
they
it.
are just
they're so talented,
and they're just good dudes. They're so cool to hang out with and just chat with, and they really know what to put instrument music wise in scoring, and
this has a completely different feel. Though.
Yeah,
like you think The Chosen, and then you're like, oh, it's the same score. Obviously,
no, it's not. I don't think those instruments work for the.
No, I'm just saying, it is totally different. I remember watching their score for the first time and being listening to it and being like, holy smokes, this is this. I've never heard a score like this.
And for me as an actor, music moves me. It gets me into an emotional space. So, and that when you hear the music to a film or a TV show or anything, that also helps with wanting to see it again because you relive that moment of what you felt when you heard it, and just even watching the scene. But they're great. And I haven't heard anything. I can't wait to see it.
I cannot wait to see it. Oh, okay. We have another winner here. Looks like it's Shilpa.
So she's
Sadiq.
actually the she made this page called the Paras Patel Fan Club.
Did she really?
Yeah. So she's I'm so glad she won it.
The entire team back there is like,
Shilpa. Yeah, there you go.
Shilpa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So thank you so much for your support. Every fifth necklace, Paras will be signing the box, sending you this special gift. And then, obviously right now there's 25% off for Black Friday. Oh, Stephanie Farrow, thank you so much for your support. We are so grateful. This is only while supplies last. We have a limited amount of boxes here left, so make sure you jump in and try to be that fifth necklace. Every fifth necklace of the sterling silver, the small ones. Not only does it give you the sterling silver necklace with the empty tomb symbol from the movie The Shift, but also there's 2 free tickets, a QR code that you can scan in here, which allow you to get 2 free tickets for The Shift. So make sure you put your questions in the comments. We will begin taking questions real time. Oh, here we go. Valerie, an Angel Guild member, thank you so much for supporting the Angel Guild. You are literally, the Angel Guild is the gatekeepers of what allows for anything inside of Angel's ecosystem to exist. Without you guys saying we want this, we don't take it. And so you get a vote and decide. So if you go into the Angel app, you can join the Angel Guild. Paras, did you have a good relationship with the 2 girls who played your children? That's a good question.
Hey Valerie, thank you for your question. Yeah, I did. I think I love working with kids. I love the honesty that comes out of kids' mouths. Sometimes it's rough, but
do they ever be like, that wasn't a good performance?
Yeah. You weren't at your best on set, Dad. You weren't great. They were so talented, and it was so cool to see. They weren't sisters. They were 2 individually cast kids to play daughters, and they got along adorable. So well. And in the movie, they're named Amna and Mary. And it just kind of fit well. And then we took a family picture at the end. That's awesome. I've got to post it. But,
I love that.
I think it's out somewhere. But it's just you can from that picture you can see how well we got along. And they're so talented. And it's always it makes me happy when I come to a set. And some days I'm not feeling like I'm tired or I'm not feeling the best. But just seeing those 2 girls just bring it every day and just have a good time and just be happy really elevated my energy and my mood. So it was always good to work with them.
I love that. You can feel your chemistry.
I also like working with dogs, despite what Dallas might tell people. So kids and dogs are fun to work with. Yeah. So
I also like working with dogs. Suzanne, a member of the Angel Guild, thank you so much. You can join the Angel Guild by going to angel.com/guild. And you get to decide what comes into the shift or into the Angel ecosystem. But also being a member of the Angel Guild gives you 2 free tickets to each Angel theatrical film. So what rom-com remake would you like to remake? Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Suzanne, thanks for your question. I like to keep things original. So let's make an original
There we go. There we go. Let's make an original rom-com.
I have not seen many where there are Indian leads on it as a rom-com, so it'd be good to just start with that. Let's do the first. Yeah, so thanks for that question.
Love it. Okay, you can go to angel.com/the shift. Get your tickets right now. There are theaters selling out all across the nation. This December 1st, we get to make a statement that how important these stories are, and tell your friends and your family and spread the word, because this is a film that is going to bring so much hope with this retelling of the story of Job. So we're very, very excited about that. Any questions or comments you have, throw them in the comment section. Looks like we have another one here. Lynn, what does the pull up that question?
Oh, question and a winner.
Winner too. What does the shift contribute? What does the shift contribute to the message of Christ?
I think we're wearing it.
We are wearing that message.
Wearing it. Yeah.
The core of this entire movie.
I'm sorry. Can you pull up the? I'm sorry. Can you just the name?
Pull up the name one more time. Let's see.
Lena, thank you, Lena.
Salazar.
All right.
Thank you so much. For every 5th purchase of the Empty Tomb necklace, Paras will be dedicating and signing those. We are so grateful for your support of this incredible film. But to answer your question, to Paras' point, this is the story of the shift. This symbol, if you look actually on the poster behind us, right above the logo of the shift, is the Empty Tomb necklace. Oh, another one, Ruby Morales. Thank you,
Ruby Morales.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so much.
We're so grateful. We're only doing this while supplies last. There's only a limited supply here on the table. But that being said, thank you so much for your support. And when you buy an Empty Tomb necklace, we have the Black Friday sale right now, which allows you to have 25% off. and you get 2 free tickets to the shift on December 1st inside the box. So you can go to angel.com/helives and get this beautiful symbol of hope, which is the core of this movie. It is absolutely the core of this movie. You can also get the T-shirts that we're wearing right now.
Is there a way to find out if we're selling T-shirts?
Yeah. Is there a way? Can you pop up?
I'm curious.
Yeah, pop up any. Oh, there's the handsome bottle right there. Go to angel.com/helives. Throw up if you have any people who are buying T-shirts, that'd be awesome. We can throw up their names as well, but I don't know if we have that queued up. That being said, this shirt is one of those things where it's a conversation starter. This shirt has that meaningful impact where as you wear it around, similar to how with The Chosen, where people go, it's almost like this community, right? Where people show up and like, oh, hey, we're part of the same club. Yeah. And so,
and community is important. I think it also drives into the scene with the movie that Kevin witnesses, is seeing this tight bond between a family and their own community.
Yes,
and that. So, don't sleep on community.
For real. And that scene, without giving away any spoilers, spoilers. But that scene that he's talking about is one of the key catalysts that propels the character to continue on.
Yeah,
right.
It's a reminder, and
it's that reminder of hope.
And sometimes we need that reminder of hope because we're not going to always realize that on our own.
Yes,
and
I'm excited to wear this because I think there are some times where even when I'm not feeling this, I need to wear it to remind myself.
Yeah,
it has that effect. So go to angel.com/helives. These are coming in green, red, and I believe there might be even a blue. Is that maroon? Maroon blue? Is that what it is? Or am I wearing the maroon? I'm colorblind.
So I thought I was because I was like, that doesn't
look blue.
That is,
So green and red, Christmas colors. We'll go with green and red. We got them right here. But these incredible shirts are conversation starters. You can go to angel.com/helives. And get these. But go to angel.com/theshift and get your tickets as well right now. We have a question. Let's pop up that question. Dylan, a member of the Angel Guild. Thank you also for being a member of the Angel Guild. This is one of the most influential things you can do for the next 100 years of culture is you get to join the Angel Guild and decide what content comes out in Angel. Hi, Jordan. Random question. How did Angel and the Shift meet? Oh, that is a great question. Ironically,
I actually don't know this either. So
so we actually met Brock and the Shift Angel before The Chosen.
Oh wow! So I know it's been 5 or so years.
Yeah. It was literally a few weeks before we got introduced to the Shepherd we met Brock. So Brock's been on this, 5-6 year journey with Angel, and he's been grinding through this and getting through this, and and the product.
Just on that, man.
I know.
You guys gotta watch this, just to listen to that.
But the story is this young director who leaves his job. He feels inspired to do this. He had gone through so much pain in his own life. He actually, his father died from a shooting. And that was an extremely painful experience, but he took that pain and he created this symbol of hope, and he created this incredible screenplay that is now coming into theaters on December 1st. But he did this by creating a small $500 short film. I don't want to get emotional. A small $500 short film that he brought to Angel, and that we together helped him crowdfund and get investors to produce this incredible film. And then after he had raised that budget, he was so honored, and we were honored to have people like Elizabeth Tabish and Paras Patel and Neal join that and elevate it even more, because it was this really cool concept and this idea, but the product's in the execution. And unless you have the right actors and the right team and the right crew, you can have a great concept that just falls on its face.
Oh, yeah. Writing is so important as well.
It's so important. And so that's kind of this long 6+ year. And Brock, actually, for this film, he shot the short film 8 years ago. So this is an 8-year journey for him of going from being fired. Well, his father passed away years ago, being fired from his job, and leaving his current occupation, writing this story, shooting a short film, coming to Angel, and this symbol of hope. As you know, Brock's story will be even more meaningful as you watch this film. So that is a great question. Thank you so much. Mona Star. Thank you. You are a star.
You're a star.
Yeah. Oh, man. Maybe we should have worn both green.
Yeah.
I was going to wear a green shirt, and then I was like, no, I should wear red. We're not wearing the same shirt. Thank you so much, Mona Star. Oh, Kay Bradford, another one.
Kay.
Could leave that Kay up there. Mona Star. He's still doing Mona Star. But every fifth purchase we have Black Friday sale going on right now. So not only do you get 25% off, there are 2 free tickets to the shift in here that you can actually scan the QR code and redeem those. And every fifth purchase, he will be signing and dedicating that to you. So we're so grateful for Paras for being here. You can also get this
thanks for wanting my signature, being
interested in his work. There's something to be said because I didn't understand the entertainment space, and to some extent I still don't.
Same, yeah.
But I realize as I've gotten in here over the last 10 years since we started Angel Studios that the incredible actors, what they do, the sacrifices they make, the pain they go through when they're shooting. I mean, it is one of the most exhausting experiences I've witnessed. And that's coming from an Idaho potato farmer. That's very exhausting. You wake up at 7 a.m, picking dirt clods out, going until 10 o'clock at night. But that's a very similar experience to shooting on a set. I mean, it is morning to late at night, 5-6 days a week, depending on the shoot, and it's exhausting.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important to be surrounded by such an awesome cast and crew, because you become family. And imagine what that would be like if you didn't get along with,
Yes.
So that's why I'm just grateful for this project to have been, well acquainted with everybody and just have, that bond with Christopher. And although, even though Jordan, Walker Ross, and Liz and I we don't have scenes, but we were there at the same time. So it was just that whole family unit, like the familiarity of it is really important, especially for me. It helps me do my job.
You three have a really special connection.
Yeah,
we took Liz and Paras and Jordan to dinner. It was probably.
Oh, was this the 15th pass story?
Yeah. But we took him to dinner a few weeks. I'll let you tell that one if you want to. But we took him to dinner a few weeks ago, and it was so fun to watch them interact. I mean, you guys have such a fun relationship.
Yeah.
It's so cool. If you ever watched the video, you can go search for it on YouTube. But there's the announcement video, because we had already announced that Elizabeth Tabish was going to be playing in the shift, and Jordan Walker Ross was going to be playing in the shift, and they're doing this announcement video of another character, and up comes Paras.
Yeah, it was. I was filming the day that I was gonna do the live with Brock, and so I said, "Hey, let me see what we can do." And I asked them, and of course they were just down to do it. We were in my apartment in Texas, and we recorded it, and
it was so
we just
funny.
improvised it, and it just became this fun thing. And
all the comments were like, "This is great. We love this."
Yeah, and I think when you see that kind of camaraderie, it just makes you just want to see something and see how they work well together, because we're all playing characters that are different from ourselves too, and I think it's cool to be able to see someone just be themselves and then slip into that. So, those long days make it worth it when you're surrounded by great
100%,
people.
100%. You can go get your tickets.
Elise,
thank you so much. You did. Elise Henderson. You can get your tickets to the shift. You can get 25% off the Empty Tomb necklace. We have these amazing shirts that are a symbol of hope. It is the Empty Tomb shirts. You can go to angel.com/helives, and you can get all this merchandise. Wear your shirts to the theaters.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. Yeah,
wear them to the theaters. Because how cool will it be opening
Morgan
Edwards. Thank you so much. Wear your shirts to the theaters, because it's going to be so cool opening week on December 1st, leading up into Christmas. This is a story of hope. And when people see people in the theaters wearing these shirts, it's going to cause people to go, well, what is that? What is that? And then on the back, you can see on the tag, it says the shift on the back of the shirt. So that'll be really clear so people know what you're wearing. But this is an incredible story of hope. And it's a retelling of the story of Job. And you can get your tickets right now at angel.com/theshift. Theaters are selling out around the entire nation. I believe we're in over 1,700 locations right now.
That's amazing. That's really good for a release.
It's incredible. And so, we think we can, pump the demand into there, get more locations, better screens, bigger auditoriums. But you can go to angel.com/theshift. We've already sold 55,000 pre-sales.
That's amazing.
That's incredible. You guys are amazing. Put that in perspective. Most films aren't selling, unless you're Marvel, they're not selling 5,000 tickets in pre-sales or 10,000. It's very, very rare. And so you guys are showing up, showing the demand. Go to angel.com/theshift. Make sure you get your tickets for opening week. It's critical that we show that demand for opening week.
But also just for me as Paras to tell you all, thank you. I think when you are getting those kind of pre-sale tickets, it shows that you believe in not only myself but all of us. So for that, like, support from me goes a long way. So genuinely thank you to those of you that are buying all this stuff and just trying to show your way and your love and hope and belief in all of us. So it means a lot. So I didn't realize that counter was.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's incredible. Yeah. It's awesome. We got another question. Christopher says, Paras or Patel, how do you keep yourself humble the more famous you become? That's what is wrong with Hollywood. Most actors get to, and then we're cut off.
Get to, I'll never know.
They say self-centered.
Self-centered.
Most actors get to.
Well, I am self-centered. You know, Christopher, thank you for your question. What you guys are being presented with me and my artistry in the last few years from what I've been on, but I've been working at it for almost a decade. So I've been through very bad lows, and I've learned from them, and I haven't let those define me or derail me. So I don't think I would ever get into that space of an ego or being self-centered, because I've just been through it. I've been through the journey. I also believe that nothing lasts forever, so I'm enjoying it while I can. And I'm just living the experience. So,
I think we all go through that, where you kind of have moments of success and you have moments of despair.
Yeah.
And if you can just remember those moments, whether you're in the highs or the lows. One of my favorite poems is actually "If" by Rudyard Kipling, and it speaks to that, where it talks about if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and meet those two imposters just the same.
Right.
That's the goal of life, is like, regardless of whether you're in triumph mode or you're in disaster mode. That's really, really important, is that you can, and Paras, obviously, I've interacted with him in so many settings, and he really does, he's a genuine person who is trying to shine light into the world and do good.
I just think people, like, we're people. We need to support. I just don't. It's like, it doesn't make Carrie Hawk Davis. That's a cool name, by the way. Yeah,
that's great.
But I just don't believe in people. Why would you want to treat someone else? I don't know. It just doesn't register with me. So I would never.
Yes.
Let
So
this
Carrie
all
Hawk,
get
thank
to
you so much. For
Thank
every
you,
fifth
Carrie.
necklace.
Do you think it's Carrie Hawk, or that's her middle name, or their middle name?
I think it's their middle name. I think it's
So
Carrie
should I do
Hawk.
thank you, Carrie Hawk Davis?
Yeah, put the whole thing.
Okay.
See if you can fit it on.
There's not enough space on this
It's so
thing.
small. Maybe you do like Carrie H. David. I don't know if there's not enough space.
All right.
But I don't know. But every fifth sterling silver, Paras will be signing these real time right here. There's only a few left, so make sure that you
Less than 10.
Yes, there's not a lot left here, but make sure you get those at angel.com/he-lives. Make sure you get these T-shirts so you can wear these into the theater on December 1st and show the world how much hope is needed. Kelly Young. Kelly, thank you so much.
Kelly Young, thanks.
Thank you.
Speaking of the T-shirts, if you guys can do me a favor on social media and kind of tag me, I want to see who wears it.
Post your T-shirts and tag
that'd be kind of
Paras.
cool. I just want to see it, just for my own.
Yes, that's
thing.
awesome. So please make sure you get these shirts, wear them to the theaters, post, tag Paras in those. It was Kelly Young. Right?
Kelly, yeah. I've been doing first names because there's no space.
Oh, there we go. Kelly, you're doing first names. Hopefully it's not too Kellys.
Well, not for Carrie Hawk Davis, but yeah. We're running out of space.
We're running out of space here. Angel.com/he-lives. You can get the T-shirts. You can also get the empty tomb necklaces, 25% off. So Donna says, any supernatural events take place on any of the films that really stood out as, wow, this is definitely from God? Oh, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Good question.
I mean, I always hear stories of like, obviously from like The Chosen, The Shift, from different
there's
people, where there's
several,
things that just happen that you're just like, okay, that feels like a miracle.
Yeah.
Were there any of those
on
like,
The
for
Shift?
you?
I feel like Christopher, because he was there the entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to think of during my time, because
I'll tell you one miracle I saw from
Okay.
the outside looking in. It was a miracle that a first-time director was able to. I just think that you guys trusting him.
Mm-hmm.
That's like one of the hard things for first-time directors is getting the actors to go, hey, I like your story, but are you going to deliver as a director?
Yeah.
Because it's your reputation and your your livelihood.
Yeah.
And so to me, one of the miracles was, Liz and Paras and Jordan and Neal McDonough and Chris, them saying, you know what? We love the story.
Yeah.
We're going to rally behind this. And you elevated the whole thing. So to me, that was a miracle. Like that, every film is honestly a miracle that even gets
I was
done.
just going to say that. Like I said, like anything can really derail you, especially when it comes to just the amount of things you need to get done in a day. Like just a lightning storm can can cut the shoot short.
And the amount of rain we had in Birmingham.
Yeah.
There was so much.
I think
rain.
there was a lightning delay, if I'm not
was.
mistaken.
Yeah, there was.
But even just we have that big crowd scene and just navigating that, which I think my friend Mitch Hudson.
Mitch is awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Mitch.
He's great. So
Mitch does all the background stuff and movement for The Chosen, and he was on the
he's
shift doing that as well.
Yeah, second on the show. Yeah,
so great. We love Mitch.
But just even those kind of things, like they can easily get messed up or just can really set you back.
I said it
Lynn
first.
Parks. Yeah,
Lynn Parks, thank you so much. Every fifth sterling silver small empty tomb necklace, Paras will be signing those. Make sure you go to angel.com/he-lives. There's 25% off for Black Friday. This comes out on December 1st. Get your t-shirts so you can wear them opening day and wear this symbol of hope. Vonda Huddleston.
Vonda Huddleston. That's
also
a cool name.
I love that name. That is a great name.
Thank you, Vonda. Or congrats on
Yes, and thank you.
And thank you. Yeah.
So in here, not only are you getting this beautiful necklace that is a symbol of hope, but also there is a QR code inside here that gets you 2 free tickets to the shift. So make sure that you go to angel.com/he-lives. Get your shirt, the empty tomb shirt. This is a symbol that really is the core of this movie, but it's also the core of Paras' character. He is that hope that drives the movie forward in a really, really meaningful way.
Yeah.
You can get tickets at angel.com/theshift. If you have any other questions before we close out, please put them in the comments. We'd love to hear your questions. We have a few of these left. So if you get every 5th necklace, we'll be Paras. I will not be signing these. No one wants my signature. Paras will be signing these. Here we go. Megan, a member of the Angel Guild. Do you think there will be a shift from people wearing I love that, wearing the cross to the hope symbol you've created with the tomb? I don't think there's going to be a shift.
I think there's a space for both.
I think there's a space for both.
Yeah.
They're so beautiful.
Yeah.
They both have such, one's obviously a
It'd be
symbol
cool to see them combined as one, don't you think?
Be really
because
cool.
if the hope means infinity, kind of, there's an idea there.
Hey, send in your designs for the cross with the empty tomb necklace. But that's a great question. I think this world has room for both of these beautiful symbols. Again, this is the empty tomb. It is the symbol of hope and of Christ's resurrection, and it's a key component of this movie, The Shift, which is a retelling of the story of Job in a sci-fi universe where this man is searching for the love of his life who has been shifted away, and he's trying to find her. And Paras plays this incredible character who helps pull in a meaningful way the entire story. In some way, actually hinges on what you do. And so it's we're so excited to have Paras here. Oh, another winner, Claudia Johnson. Thank you so much, Claudia, for your support.
Claudia.
We are so grateful. This is amazing. I can't believe we went through all these.
I did not surprised.
I did not expect to go through all these boxes. That is awesome, guys. You are amazing. Go to angel.com/he-lives to get 25% off the empty tomb necklace, and you'll get 2 free tickets inside of here. And there's a QR code inside of here. But also go to angel.com/theshift to get your tickets. Oh, another one.
Thank you, Jody.
Jody Pope, thank you so much. We are so grateful for your support. But make sure you get the empty tomb shirt, which also is a sign of hope and a symbol of this film. Make sure you sport it proudly at the movie theaters around the world. This movie is selling out across the nation coming December 1st. We are so grateful for the support. It is a movie that needs to be seen in the theaters. It is one of those things where the acting, the sound, the visual effects, everything about it, it's just going to feel so much more impactful in the movie theaters. But again, you can see here, go to angel.com/he-lives. You can get the forest green or the maroon. Obviously, I think we're going to sell more forest green because you look way better in that shirt than I do. But that being said, either way, they're wonderful shirts, and it is a great conversation starter. So any last questions, throw them in the comments. We're happy to take them. This has been such an incredible live stream. Here we got another one. Lincoln, would you ever be in a superhero movie?
Lincoln, sign me up. Let's put it out there. Yeah. Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Who would be a character you'd want to play?
My own. I don't know. I love innovative new things. Like, that's why this movie's so interesting to me and why I did it. But anyone, make me Batman or something. I don't know. Like, I just think being a superhero would just be a childhood dream of mine. So it would be cool to be able
that's awesome.
to do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You can go to angel.com/theshift and get your tickets for December 1st. This incredible romantic sci-fi thriller that is going to have you on the edge of your seat It is a surprise at every corner. There are tickets selling out all over the nation. Please make sure you get them for opening week so that we can send a statement to the world how important these movies are for the world. That is Angel's mission, is to tell stories that amplify light. It sounds like we have a few more winners here that are going to pop up here. But angel.com/the shift. And we are so grateful for all the support. Brecca, guild member, thank you for being a member of the Angel Guild. Hi, Chris, who is your favorite co-star to work with on the shift? Well, Paras would be the question. Let's ask Chris. Who was your favorite co-star to work with on the shift?
Brecca, thanks for the question.
Was it Chris?
Yeah, it would have to be.
You interact with him.
Otherwise, I'll get a text from him saying, man.
He's like, what, dude? Are you kidding
me? I because this was such a small window of work. It was I would say Chris, and I think everyone I got to work with was
you had a
probably
unique
my favorite.
position because although you weren't there on set as long as maybe some of the other people like Chris, your character interacts with almost everybody.
Except Neal McDonough.
Except for
I would
Neal.
say,
That's
right. I got to.
I'm just saying, like most of the people overlap, except for Chris and everybody, and you're the only other character that interacts with almost everybody across the world, which is awesome.
It was cool, but Christopher, hands down.
Peggy. Helmstetter.
That's a
Thank
cool name too.
Thank you so much, Peggy. We are so grateful. Every fifth purchase at angel.com/he-lives will get a signature from Paras Patel. You make sure you get your Empty Tomb shirts at angel.com/he-lives. Wear them proudly at the theaters on December 1st. Inside this, there not only is the necklace, but there. Denise Martin.
Denise Martin.
We are running out.
Are we selling out? There's less than 3 left.
Okay, we're running out. Denise Martin, thank you so much for your support. There are 2 free tickets inside here, along with the sterling silver small necklace. So make sure. Another one, Joan Gosselin. Okay, Gosselin.
Yeah, I would say Gosselin.
Yep, Joan. Thank you so much. This is such an incredible honor to be a part of this incredible film.
Joan,
and
Joan.
We're feeling the importance of getting this film out into the world in a really, really powerful way. And so, go to angel.com/the shift to get your tickets right now. They're selling out across the nation. We're already in over 1,700 locations, which is incredible. You guys are showing up and showing how important this film is, and so we are so great. You can see it's just like.
I just want to say to all of you that have signed stuff, I'm sorry if you can't read your own name, but my name's there. So specifically Denise, I'm really sorry what that looks like, but
Well, it's it was Paras. It was here live.
We have evidence.
Oh man, we only
There's
have
only
2
left.
There's only 2 left. Angel.com/the shift. Get your tickets right now. Also, make sure you go to angel.com/he-lives. There's 25% off these wonderful necklaces, and get your shirts to wear in the theaters. These shirts are a symbol of hope. They have these incredible meaning, but also it's an incredible conversation starter. This is a beautiful retelling and a modern retelling of the story of Job, of a man who searches through the universe to find the woman that he loves. And Paras plays an incredible character who is a symbol, honestly, of hope himself, and drives the main character to continue without going through despair. So, again, we're so grateful. Any last questions you have, please put them in the comments. We're going to close out here pretty shortly with the trailer. We are so grateful. We got another couple questions. Oh, man, I'm going to slaughter the same.
Good question, Hadassah.
Hadassah. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I got you.
When will the soundtrack be released? Oh.
That's a question I have too.
Yeah. So I do not have the official date, but it is coming soon. But this soundtrack is one that you are
Thomas.
You're gonna have on repeat. Thomas and says we only have 1 left, guys. We only have 1 Empty Tomb necklace left for signature. For every 5, we are giving away one of these. Thank you so much for your incredible support. Wait. We have 2 left.
Oh, and then there were 2.
Because I'm holding one over here.
This one is going to be touched by Jordan Harmon. So
which means you're not going to want it. Oh, man. So go to angel.com/he-lives. Make sure you get your T-shirts to wear during the opening premiere on December 1st at the theaters. Wear them loud and proud. Everybody around the world is going to look at this and go, man, I really want to see it and be a part of that community. This is an incredible story. Everybody we've had seen it, both from, we've had people screen this from religious Christians to agnostics to Hindus, and across the board, there are people who are going, this film has so much power, regardless of your religious beliefs. It is a powerful movie that can impact you in a really, really meaningful way. So go to angel.com/the shift. Make sure you get your tickets for opening week They are selling out across the nation. We're so grateful. We have any last questions before we close out here with the trailer and we'll get out of here. But we are again so grateful, and it's been a wonderful night. It's been so cool watching fans going to Cinemark in Texas, and it's just constantly you guys are going and buying tickets. It is amazing. It is so amazing to get this type of support. We have another one. Donna Murdoch. Thank you so much, Donna, for your support.
Donna, you're gonna get the Jordan Touch.
Sorry, Donna. I apologize ahead of time. So Donna Murdoch, thank you for every 5 necklaces. Paras is signing them. We sadly only have 1 left. So please make sure you jump on that train. And inside of these, there is not only will you get Paras' signature, but you'll get the necklace, the sterling silver necklace, the small one, but you'll also get 2 free tickets in here to The Shift, which comes out December 1st. But make sure you go to angel.com/theshift and buy your tickets today for opening week on December 1st. It is a movie that's going to impact the world. I'm like, are we actually going to do this? We're going to have all these? I just did not expect to do all these. Yeah. It's awesome though. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's
Pamela,
cool.
Donna, Denise, it's
Mary. Mary, you're the last one. You got the last one, Mary.
Very awesome.
Great.
We are so grateful for your guys' support. Obviously, Angel Studios, our mission is to tell stories that amplify light. And we couldn't do it without you members of the Angel Guild who are helping greenlight these incredible projects, or helping craft and refine these projects, who helped us, discover like Dry Bar, The Chosen, The Shift. Everything we do is around making sure that we're releasing the films and the content that you, the audience, want to see. We're so grateful for Paras for being here.
Thanks. Yeah.
Likewise. He's lent his talents to some incredible stories. There are many more incredible stories I'm certain he'll be a part of. But any last words that you want to say to the audience?
Thank you, and I hope you enjoy The Shift, December 1st in theaters.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. We're going to roll that trailer, and we're so grateful. Thank you so much, and have a great night.
Hey, I'm Paras Patel. I'm so excited for you to see my latest film, The Shift, this December, only in theaters. Check out the trailer and get your tickets at angel.com/theshift.
Where's my wife? I shifted her. What do you want with me? This is not my world. I've never been to this lake before. Never walked its shores. But I will find my way back. And I will find my way back to my Molly. 5 years ago, I was left in this dark place. Taken from my wife. The people here have no hope.
You still looking for that wife of yours? You're clinging to scraps of rumors.
And then he arrived. Where's my wife? I shifted her.
For every choice you make, there are countless other realities where you make a different choice.
You're talking about parallel Earths.
Imagine having the power to move people from one reality to the next, to shift them.
What do you want with me?
I can make you a king. Imagine everything you have ever wanted. Work for me and get back with the woman that you love.
Okay, we go on a date and maybe we kiss.
Hopefully.
He's not gonna shift you back to your wife. It's a trick.
If I choose you, that's the last choice I'm ever gonna make.
I will never leave you alone.
I've seen a bunch of people like us out there looking for a little hope.
There is nothing that I won't do to you. You can't just shoot the devil.
There is so much evil and inhumanity in this world, but there is also beauty and hope, and I will find my way back to her.